share the document also, right? So everyone follow the document to create the account. Few steps are different, right? So in the document, so document is bit older. So few steps are little different. So you will understand that. Yeah. So first of all, just just open browser, any browser. aws.amazon.com is the URL. Okay. So click on sign into the console here. After that, click on sign into the console. Now click on create new AWS account. Click on this. Yeah. So give your Gmail ID here, right? So you required one email ID. So you can create one new Gmail ID, or else you can use the existing account also. So give the account name, your name, right? Any short name or full name. So whatever name you want to give, you can give here. Okay. So once you give the name, click on verify email address. Once you click on verify email address, you'll get the verification code to your Gmail account, right? So once you get the verification code, after that, what we have to do? So this is the document I provided already. I upload to Google Classroom. So once you get the verification code, that verification code we need to enter here. See here, verification code. Click on verify. Once you verify this, next step, ask me to provide your root user password, confirm root user password, click on continue. After that, see here. So how do you plan to use this AWS account? So business or personal? So always you need to choose the personal, right? If you choose business, you need to provide the business information. They ask you to provide turnover, right? So these are all they ask you. Select better. We can go with the personal only, and full name, mobile number, country, region, address, city, right? And also postal code. So you can check here. I have read and agree the terms of this. Okay. So click on continue. After that, it will ask you to provide the bank information. So either credit card or debit card information you need to provide here. So that is mandatory. Either credit card or debit card is mandatory. So if you don't provide that, account will not be success. Account creation will not be success, right? So make sure the card, any card, okay? So any card means either Master or Visa. So ICICI, Citibank, Axis Bank, SBI, right? This type of cards. So give the card number and the expiration date, card holder name, CVV, and yeah. So PAN, it will ask you to provide the PAN. You can provide the PAN, nothing to worry. Okay, you can give PAN number. So click on verify and continue. Yeah. After that, it will ask you to provide the OTP. Once you provide the OTP, so from your account, 2 rupees will be deducted. 2 rupees, right? So that 2 rupees will be reverted after 24 hours. Okay. Yeah. So here you can select either text message or voice call. So if you select text message, you will get the one more text message to your mobile, right? So you can fill this security check code. Click on send SMS. Once you send the SMS, you will get one text message that you can add here. Verify code. Click on continue. Once you click on continue, again it is asking you to provide the personal or business or individual or group. Select personal use only and individual. So click on continue. After that, so basic support, developer support, business support, three options are available, right? So here we can choose this basic support only. So if you select a developer or business, so they charge something $29 per month or $100, right? Yeah. So click on complete sign up. After that, you'll get this message. After that, you need to choose the role also here. So my role is IT administrator or any cloud engineer or any other. Okay. Interested on DevOps or cloud or Azure or AWS, whatever you want. So click on submit. Once you submit this, account will be created. So we need to wait for 20 minutes nearly. So yeah, after that, so everything will be like all services will be activated. Once you submit this, yeah, you need to wait for 20 minutes. So after that, you can use the account. Clear, right, everyone? So make sure everyone get the account today. Okay, today's session is very, very important. So practical session. Okay. So make sure everyone practice tomorrow, holiday right, Sunday right. You can practice today and tomorrow. Fine. Yeah. Once we create the AWS account, yeah, before going to that. So this account is 1 year free, 1 year free, right? So within this 1 year, without any charges, we can use this account, right? So whatever the free tier services available in the AWS console, those we can use. Paid services we should not use. If you use the paid services, you'll get the bill, right? They shoot some emails. So yeah, please clear the bill. They shoot some emails. So we need to give response to that email. So I'm a student, I'm using Free. So could you please revert that bill? Okay. They make it zero. So if you are not responding, they send email first month, second month, third month. So third month, they suspend your account, right? If the account is suspended, you cannot use the resources. So again, we need to go with the new account, right? So better you can use the free services only. Yeah, so you can uh, once complete your practice, so make sure the resource should be stopped. Server should be stopped. The billing will be stopped, right? So yeah, for example, you are practicing daily 2 hours. That 2 hours only, you need to start the servers, right? After that, we need to stop. So otherwise, the free hours will be gone. After that, we'll get the bill, right? So once complete the practice, you need to stop the servers, right? Yeah. I uploaded this document to Google Classroom. Okay. So you can download and you can check this. Also, recording is available in Google Classroom. Yeah. Once you create this account, after that, go to AWS console, go to browser, aws.amazon.com, same URL. You can enter here. Now click on sign in. Click on set. So now click on sign in using root user email. So here it is asking you to give the IAM user, IAM. So in real-time projects, always we use the IAM account only, identity and access management. So this is secured account, right? So everyone use the IAM user only. So fresher to directors level, everyone use the IAM account. But here we can use a root account, root user. So because we are the owner of this account, right? We are owner of this account. You can use the root only. So click on sign in using root user email. Now we can select here root user, give the root user email address here. So click on next, give the password, click on sign in. Yeah, MFA code. So how can we generate the MFA? I'll show you that. Okay. So initially you can use without MFA. So later after 1 week or if you want enable immediately you can enable. Okay. Yeah, so MFA, we need to install Google Authenticator in our mobile. So we need to map this account to the Google Authenticator so that we'll get one MFA code that we need to enter here. How to map, you can Google it, you will understand. Okay, so I'll show you. Here also I'll show you. Now I'm able to log in my AWS account. So these are the recently visited services which I used, right? And here by default it is selected Asia Pacific Mumbai region, right? If you want to use America's regions, North Virginia, Ohio, North California, Oregon, you can select this. So better you can go with the Mumbai region. You can use the Mumbai region. Okay. Yeah. Now, so first service, which is very important service, EC2. We'll discuss EC2 today. Okay. What is EC2 anyone? Elastic compute cloud or elastic cloud compute. Both are same. Yeah. What is EC2? What is elastic compute cloud? Elastic compute cloud is a virtual server, which is a virtual server, which is on-demand server, which is a scalable server. Okay. Elastic compute cloud is a virtual server, on-demand server, scalable server. Okay. So here, elastic, elastic. In general, what is elastic anyone? In general, what is elastic? Stretchable, expandable, right? Yeah. So second one, compute. What is compute anyone? Compute. For example, so when we want to buy any laptop or mobile, what we will check? Is it just processor, storage, RAM, right? And OS, right? So compute is a configuration. Compute is a configuration. So this configuration is elastic. This configuration is elastic, means we can expand whenever we want. Elastic means we can stretch like this, right? We can stretch whenever we need it. This configuration, right? So this configuration is available in cloud. That is why here we have 2 times C, right? That is why you can call it as EC2, right? Yeah, EC2 is a scalable on-demand virtual server. Just note down. So I provide you document. So EC2 is a scalable on-demand virtual server. What is virtual server? Imaginary server, which is not physical. So what is on-demand server? What is on-demand? Immediately, instantly, whenever needed, right? So for example, project team required 100 servers. So immediately within a minute, we can provide the servers. So scalable, what is scalable, anyone? Scaling. What is scale, anyone? Scale is a increase whenever needed, right? Yeah. Currently, cloud is, yeah, every project team, they're migrating infrastructure, they're migrating applications to cloud infrastructure, right? So 10 years back, 15 years back, we used to use physical data centers, physical servers. So currently, most of the project teams, they're migrating their applications to cloud, either AWS or Azure or Google Cloud, right? Why they're migrating? What are the importance here? First reason, cost saving, right? Cost reduction. Second one, time saving, right? And third reason, cost saving, time saving, and on demand. Third reason. Okay. Fourth reason, these points are very important. Interviewer asks you, so why the project teams are migrating their applications to cloud? What are the importance? What are the benefits? They ask you, right? So first one, cost saving. Okay. Time saving. Third one, on demand, high availability, high security. Five reasons. Five reasons. This is very, very important interview question. So this is the first question, actually, basic question. Okay. First one is cost saving, time saving, on demand, and high availability, high security. So when we use cloud servers, these are the benefits. Client always look for the cost saving, right? Yeah. Fine. Now, EC2 is a elastic compute cloud is a on-demand, scalable virtual server. Fine. So yeah, now let us go back to AWS console. Go back to AWS console. So in real-time projects, as a cloud engineer, as a DevOps engineer, what we will do as per the customer requirement. Customer, who is the customer? Client, project team, right? As per the customer requirement, as per the customer request, we need to provide the resources here. So this is not admin role. Uh, this is AWS role is not admin role. What is admin role? Admin handle the physical servers, right? And data centers and front activities. Okay. But this is a cloud role, cloud engineer, AWS engineer, right? So we required AWS engineer skills, DevOps skills. Then only we can easily crack that. So if you want to learn only AWS, so it's a little bit tough to get the job. Okay, if you have cloud and DevOps and AWS, you can easily crack your entry because so cloud engineer, DevOps engineer, yeah, DevOps engineer can handle cloud, right? But cloud engineer cannot handle DevOps, right? Yeah, fine. Now, so normal in real-time projects, customer raise the request ticket as per their requirement. So there is the request. So we have ticketing systems. What are those ticketing tools available in the market? So ticketing tools. What are the ticketing tools available? ServiceNow, Jira, BMC Remedy, JitBit. So many ticketing systems are available, but these are very popular. These are very, very popular. Okay. So currently, most of the positives are using ServiceNow. ServiceNow is very popular ticketing system. So most of the organizations they're using the ServiceNow. Okay. So in ServiceNow, customer is the ticket, right? So in the ticket, they provide all the requirement. So in the description, they provide all the requirement. So we need 100 servers or 10 servers with 16 GB RAM and 1 TB storage and 4 core processors and OS Linux, Red Hat Linux or Ubuntu Linux or Windows 2025. So whatever they require, they provide all the information in the service now ticket, right? So after that, on which region the server required, either Mumbai region or Americas region or Europe region, they provide the information. So along with this, they provide one more important thing, which is approvals. Approval mail also they will attach to the email. So approval should be in place. Otherwise, we should not create the resources. So approval without approvals, we should not get the resources because everything. So in AWS, every service is costing, everywhere costing. So in the ticket, we need to check all the customer name, location, and a description, and region, and approvals. Once we check all these things, then we can go ahead and create the resource, right? As per the project team requirement, right? Now, let us go back to console. Now, I want to create, so yeah, one project team required a EC2 instance. So as per the requirement, I want to create a EC2 instance. First of all, I need to select the region. So which region they required, okay? As per the requirement, we need to choose the region. How to change the region here? Click on regions. Now, if you want to create any resource in California, North California, so click on this. This will be changed automatically. See here. Now, United States, North California, right? Yeah. So you can switch Europe region, Singapore region, whatever region you require. Okay. So better you can use the Mumbai region only. Now, so click on services, click on services, click on compute, click on EC2. This is the navigation. First time we can go like this. So later on, you will get the recently visited services like this, like this. You can click on this directly. Or else, or else, just search here EC2. See, EC2 is available. Click on this. Now, see here. Once I open this EC2 dashboard, here resources, instances running 0, dedicated host 0, key pairs 2, security group 3, like this, all the resources are showing, right? Now, I want to create one instance. So if you want to create an instance, so click on instances. So here you can see the instances which already created. So the instance is in Docker server is in stopped state. Stopped state. Okay. So Docker server is in stopped. Stopped means shut down state. shutdown state, right? So yeah, if you want to start this, select your server, go to instance state, start instance. If you want to terminate, you can click on terminate. Terminate means delete, right? Yeah, once complete your practice, make sure the server should be deleted. Okay. Yeah. Now I want to launch one instance, new instance. So click on launch instance, instance name, whatever name you want to give, you can give here. Web server. I want to give web server. Yeah. Now scroll down here. See here. Application OS image, AMIs, Amazon Mission image. So if you want to create EC2 instance, we require one image. For example, in your laptop, if you want to install Windows, what we require? OS image required, right? OS image required, right? That OS image we can copy into pen drive. That pen drive we can configure as a bootable drive. So by using that pen drive, we can boot the laptop and we can install the operating system. Same way, here also they are providing Amazon Mission image, which is a OS image. Okay. So by using this, we can create the instances, servers. Okay. Now, so these are the different types of images available. Amazon Linux, Mac OS, Ubuntu, Windows, Red Hat, SUSE, Debian. These are the these are all the images available. Okay. So in these images, whatever the free tier eligible images are available, those we can use. Free tier eligible, free images. See here. So Amazon Linux 2023 AMI free tier eligible. Okay. Click here. Second one, you can see here. Amazon Linux 2 AMI. So kernel 5.0, 5.10 is also free tier eligible. So like this, whatever free tier eligible resources are available, OS images that we can use here. Don't use the paid services. These are the paid. Okay. Next one, if you want to create Windows, click on Windows. Now you can check this free tier eligible resources. See here. So 2025 base free tier eligible, 2025 core base, 2022 base. So these are all free. Look at here, everyone. So these are not free. These are all not free, right? So these are all the paid services. So we should not use the paid services. Okay. Yeah. And also, if you go down, yeah. And even though if you want to use Mac OS also, you can use the Mac OS or Red Hat or Ubuntu, Debian, whatever. Okay. Now, there is a one option here, which is there is a option, browse more AMIs. Click on this. Now, in the quick start AMIs, 45 AMIs are available. In the quick start AMIs, 45 AMIs, different AMIs, different operating systems. See here, all products, 45 filtered. See here, these are all 45 AMIs available. So Amazon Linux, filter eligible. Next one, Mac OS not free. Red Hat filter eligible. Ubuntu free tier available, Windows free tier eligible, See here. These are all 45 AMIs. So we have 45 AMIs, but here one AMI is not available, which is a CentOS. So the customer required CentOS, for example. The customer required CentOS, but CentOS is not there. Okay, what we can? Anyone having idea? CentOS is not there, but the customer requested to create the CentOS server. CentOS is Linux flavor, Linux version. So what we can do, anyone? Real time, guys. So customer requested to create CentOS server, which is not available here. Image is not available. What we can do? Yeah. Here we need to go to the AWS marketplace. We need to go to the AWS marketplace. Here, whatever you require, so all the images available. So click on this marketplace. You can search here CentOS. These are all the CentOS flavors. See here? Whatever flavors you required, you can go and search in the AWS marketplace. You'll get all the flavors. These are all different flavors. Then whatever you required, you can select here. But these are all not free. There is no free tier, right? There is no free tier. Don't select this. Fine. Yeah. So here you can cancel this. Go back now. So I want to create one Amazon Linux server. So select Amazon Linux. Now select second AMI. So you can use the first AMI also, right? So better you can use the second AMI, bit older one. So if you select first AMI, so that is also fine, but we are using minimal configuration. We use minimal configuration, right? So better you can choose the second AMI, this one. Select this. Now scroll down. So we selected the Amazon mission image. Image is ready. Next one. So server architecture. So 64-bit, always use the x86 only. By default, it is selected 64-bit x86. x86 is the, yeah, normally in data centers we use the x86. But why we require this? Why they gave this ARM? This is mainly for machine learning projects. Machine learning projects. Better you can use the x86 only. Yeah, AMI already selected here. Next one. So by default, AWS is providing one user for Amazon Linux. This is the user, EC2 hyphen user. If you want to log in Amazon Linux server, this is the user, EC2 hyphen user. Okay. Yeah. Now scroll down here. Yeah. Instance type. So we selected the OS. Now instance type, which configuration you want to use. T2 micro free tier eligible. So if you select T2 micro, one virtual CPU, 1 GB RAM only. One CPU, 1 GB RAM. Very minimal. So for practice, it is fine. But in real-time projects, production servers, yeah, this is not sufficient. So we need to go with the higher configuration. So 4 CPUs and 16 GB memory like that. So, but here, this is free tier eligible. So if you click here, only T2 micro free tier eligible. See here. So other configurations, T2 small, not free tier. T2 medium, 2 CPUs, 4 GB RAM, not free. T2 large, 2 CPUs, 8 GB RAM. T2 X large, 4 CPUs, 16 GB RAM. Normally in real-time projects, always use the T2 X large or T2 large real-time projects. Okay. So these are not free. We have to pay the bills. Okay. So better you can choose the T2 micro, which is free tier eligible. This one. Choose this, select this. Yeah, now it is selected. See, T2 micro, free tier eligible. Next one, key pair, key, right? So if you want to log in your server, how can we log in? Normally, if I want to log in any server, how can we log in? By using username, password, right? So along with the username, password, cloud servers required key pair also. One key required. So this is extra layer, extra security layer. So we required one key pair. So here we have different key pairs are available. See, these are all key pairs available. So now I want to create a new key pair. I don't want to use the existing key pair. I want to create the new key pair. So click on create new key pair name. DevOps with AWS 7 a.m. Okay. So here key pair name RSA and RSA encrypted private and public key. And here encrypted private and public key pair. Two types of key pairs are available. So we always use the RSA only. Don't select the encrypted one. If you select the encrypted one, what will happen? It will show you in encrypted format. Encrypted format. What is encrypted format? Different numbers only. We can see the numbers. Don't see the key. Okay. So better you can use the first one only. Next one. So private key file format. So two formats are available. .pem, .ppk. So .pem full form is privacy enhanced mail. .pem full form is privacy enhanced mail. So dot PPK full form is putty private key. You understanding that, everyone? So dot PEM is privacy enhanced mail. So dot PPK putty private key. So we can create first one. So I'll show you second one also. Okay. Choose the first one. Click on create key pair. Now the key pair is down. See, it's the key pair. If you open this key pair, it's the key. It's the key. So this much of big key, anyone can hack this key. Is it possible to hack? So this level of security provided by AWS. So if you miss this key, if you lost this key, we cannot connect to ourselves. But we can troubleshoot. How can we recover the key? I'll show you. So as a cloud engineer, we have to troubleshoot. In case key pair is gone, key pair lost, we lost the key pair. So that is production server, very critical server. In that production server, for example, Flipkart is going running. The key pair is lost. What we can do? As a cloud engineer, we have to recover that. It's very easier. I'll show you the troubleshooting. We have a troubleshooting session. So by the time, I'll show you how to recover the key pair. Okay. Yeah, this is the key, which is a yeah, very secured key. So without which we cannot connect our server. Now, so see here, this key pair is selected here. Key pair is selected. Next one is network settings. So yeah, actually creating EC2 instances 1 minute job. Creating EC2 instances 1 minute job. So first time we are going through all the options here. Okay. Yeah. So network settings. So if you want to create EC2 instance, we require one network, one VPC. So by default, they are giving default network, default VPCs here. So by default, they're giving default VPC. Without VPC, we cannot create the server, right? Yeah. Now click on edit here. See here. This is the default VPC. What is VPC? The last session we discussed virtual private cloud, right? So while working on VPC, we'll create customized VPC. We can configure the customized VPC. So for now, uh, we are trying to understand this how to create the EC2 instance, right? While working on VPC, we'll go very deep dive about VPC. Okay. So for now, we can use the default VPC, which provided by AWS. Okay. Yeah. Next one, subnets we discussed, right? Subnet. What is subnet, anyone? What is subnet? Small network, sub network, right? Yeah, fine. So here, without VPC, we cannot create the EC2 instance. Okay. So VPC is a virtual private cloud. Virtual private cloud is a what is virtual private cloud? It is a it is a yeah, yesterday we discussed, right? So logically isolated network. VPC is a logically isolated network. So in physical network, we can create our own network, right? So for now, we are using default network, which is provided by AWS, right? So I choose this default one only. So next one, subnet. What is subnet, anyone? Small network, sub network, right? Small network, sub network, right? Yeah, fine. So subnet also don't select anything here. While working on VPC, I'll show you how can we create the VPC subnets, public subnet, private subnet, right? So we discussed, right? Yeah, how to create subnet, how can we select the subnet, how can we create the servers inside of the subnets, I'll show you while working on VPC. Okay, next one. So auto assign public IP, auto assign public IP. So by default, it will be enabled auto assign public IP. So if you disable this IP, we cannot connect the server, right? That is why make sure this should be enabled. Okay, by default enabled. Yeah, you can keep as is. Next one, firewall. What is firewall? We discussed already. Network security device. Okay. So firewall is a security group also, you can say here. Now, so without firewall also, we cannot connect server, cloud server. Now, here, if you want to select any existing firewalls, existing security groups, here we have existing security groups are available, right? So now I want to create new one. Click on create security group. Security group name, security group. Okay. So description also I want to give the same. Next one. See here. Inbound security group rules. Inbound security group rules means inbound traffic, incoming traffic, right? So here they gave SSH authentication. So we are creating Amazon Linux server. That is why they are giving SSH. They are showing here SSH, secure shell authentication. So here TCP port is 22. So TCP port is 22. By default, this port should be enabled. Otherwise, we cannot connect our Linux. Okay. So source type anywhere from any region, any zone, we can connect our server. So we can choose the anywhere only. Custom means customized IPs. We can use the custom IPs. So my IP means my IP, my personal IP, I can choose here. I can connect from my IP. Okay. So better you can use anywhere from any region, any zone, any IP, you can connect your cloud servers. Okay. Next one, source type 0.0.0.0 slash 0 means all networks. All networks. Okay. Yeah. So networking is here. Network VPC is completed. Okay. Next one. Storage. See here. Configure storage, which is very, very important. So every server requires storage, right? To store the operating system, applications, patches required storage, right? So by default, they are giving 8 GB storage. So if you click on advanced, expand this volume. So here, every server, they're giving EBS volume, elastic block store. EBS full form is elastic block store or elastic block storage. So while working on storage, we'll go deep dive about this EBS volume. So yeah, they are giving elastic block store volumes. So here they're giving 8 GB of the storage free of cost without any charges. So device name slash dev slash XVDA. This is a drive name. In Windows, C drive, D drive, use, right? Same way, device name slash dev slash XVDA. Snapshot, one snapshot also will be created here. Snapshot, what is snapshot anyone? What is snapshot anyone? Snapshot is a backup copy, a replica. We can say replica, right? So why we require snapshots? To protect the OS. I'll explain that. So practically we create the snapshots. Okay. Yeah. Size is 8 GB they're giving. If you want to increase to 100 GB, you can increase 100 GB like this. Right. So, but 100 GB is not free of cost. So better you can use the 8 GB only. Now, volume type. So whatever the volume they are giving, whatever the storage they are giving, volume type GP2, general purpose 2. GP2 is general purpose 2. If you want to customize this, click here. See here. General purpose SSD GP2. SSD. What is SSD, anyone? In our laptop also we are using SSD, right? In our laptop also we are using SSD storage, right? SSD drive. What is SSD full form? Full form solid state drive. So which is very faster. Okay. So by default they're giving solid state drive SSD. Select this. So IOPS, IOPS, input output per second, the speed of your drive. So input output per second 100 by 3000. Right? And a delete on termination. This is very, very important. Delete on termination. By default, they selected yes. So here we have no also. So what is delete on termination? So as per the project team requirement, as per the project team request, we create the EC2 instance. Right? After that, what we will do? We can hand over that EC2 instance to project. So after that, they start working on the EC2 instance. Okay. So developers start the development on the server. So once the project is completed, they ask us to terminate the server. again there is the request to terminate the server. So by the time we have to terminate the server, but we have to protect the storage because project data is available in the storage. We should not delete the storage. If you delete the storage, escalations, right? So that is why here, delete on termination, always we need to choose no. If you choose yes, what will happen? When you terminate your server, along with the server, storage also will be terminated. If you select no, when you terminate your server, server will be terminated, but storage will be available. In that storage, data will be available. That data we need to protect. So in real-time projects, always we need to choose the no. Delete and termination, no. This is also an interesting question. Okay. So delete and termination should be always no in real-time projects. But here, for now, we can choose yes. Okay. Next one, encrypted. Encrypt, encrypted means whatever the data you want to store on the EBS volume, if you want to convert into encrypted format, you need to choose the encryption here, encrypted. So by default, it's selected not encrypted. You can keep as is. Okay. Yeah. Next one. Number of instances, how many instances you required? I required 100, for example. I can give 100. With the same configuration, 100 servers will be created. So don't create 100. Okay. Don't create 10 also, 50 also. Maximum 5 servers only can create for practice. Okay. So for now, I create only one server. Okay. Select one and you can check all the information which we provided here. See here. Name and tag web server, right? AMI, Amazon Linux AMI, free tier eligible AMI. I selected here, second AMI. Next one, 64-bit architecture and T2 micro, 1 CPU, 1 GB RAM. Key pair, we already downloaded. Okay. This is the key pair. And VPC, default VPC I'm using here. Subnets, no preference. Any subnet we can take. Okay. So auto assign elastic IP, auto assign public IP, enable only. If you select a disable, IP will not be available to connect server, right? So next one, security group. This is the security group. I'm creating new group. Description also I gave the same. And here SSH authentication required to connect server. So port number is 22. And source type anywhere from any network we can connect our server. Okay. Next one, storage. So by default, they're giving EBS volume, elastic block store. So which is a /dev/xvda drive name, snapshot, default snapshot, and a size 8 GB, and a volume type GP2, IOPS input output per second is 100 by 3000, and delete and permission should be no in real-time projects. So for now, we can choose yes. Okay. Yeah. So this is one volume. C drive, for example, first primary drive. C drive means in Linux, you can say /dev/xvd. I need one more volume. Two drives are required. So click on add new volume here. One more volume is added. Second volume. This is second volume. See here. This drive name is different. Sorry. This drive name is different. /dev/sdb. If you create one more drive, one more volume. See here. SDC. SDB, SDC, like that. Drives, different drives. Okay. So number of volumes you can add. Even though once you create the server, also you can add the volumes. Okay. Yeah. So this volume I don't require, only one volume, primary volume. We can select. This is the primary volume. /dev/xvda. Right? Yeah. Now go ahead and launch the instance here. So software image. So Amazon Linux 2 kernel 5.10 and a virtual server type T2 micro and a new security group volume is 8 GB storage. Right? So click on launch instance. Now the instance is launching. Click on this ID. Close the filter. See here. Now the server is in running state. Okay. Now it is initializing. It will initialize. So we can start using the server. Okay. Yeah. Up to here, any questions, anyone? Is it clear to you, everyone? Online students. One more time, I'll show you. One more server I create, Windows server, I'll show you. Any questions, anyone so far? Yeah, I gave you unmute enabled. You can ask your question. You can unmute yourself and you can ask your question. I gave you unmute option. You can unmute yourself and you can ask question. Yeah. Vijaya, can you ask your question? We enable your mic. Can you ask your question? One by one, I give you access. Yeah. All is set to Vijay. Can you ask your question? So Deepak, can you ask your question?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, then
So
there is was one thing called as IOPS. What
can
is
you speak
100
bit
of the
louder?
yeah. Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Uh, Low voice.
So let me just check it. Okay. There was one thing called as IOPS.
Mhm. Yes.
Okay, what is 100 of the 3000 there?
That
And
is a
somewhere
speed.
it is only 3000.
Yes, yes. The primary volume speed. The primary volume speed is 100 by 3000. IOPS is input output per second. The speed of your drive. So olden days we used to use the gramophone records, right? Gramophone records like CD. Yeah, that knob will rotate, right? One head will be connected. That is the rotation. That will rotate like that. Even though after that we used to use cassettes, tape, rotate, right? Same way, this SSD drives also the speed rotate inside of that. Okay, that speed 100 by 3000. Yeah, others like Tirupati Rao can speak up.
Type right. T2,
Yes.
but for me it's showing T3, free tire eligible.
Yeah. So whatever the as per the customer requirement, customer use, customer configuration, right? You need to choose the T2 micro or T3 micro, T4 micro, whatever they require. We need to choose that. But here T2 micro is the free of cost.
No, for you it's showing T2 is free of cost. For me it's showing it T3 micro is free of cost.
T3 micro, which region you are using?
Region is Europe.
Europe.
Stock. Yeah.
Yeah. Europe region, right?
Yes.
You can use the T3 micro, Europe region. So T3 micro also one resource, one type of the resource free, right? You can use that Europe region. You are from India or Europe? Which
I'm
region?
from India. I'm right now in India.
Better you can use Mumbai region.
Okay, that's fine. If I use it, it shows T2.
T2, yes, yes. Change the region. You can see the T2 micro.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Any other questions? Or Boliseti Vijay, are you there? Yeah, go ahead. Fine. Ravi Teja. Yes, you can ask your question. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, thanks. So now that we know everything is all charged, Uh, and for any reason, if we tie up the storage to the instance, and when we delete the instance, the storage, the option that we select is, let's say, not automatically deleting the storage.
Yes.
So can is there any page where we can see the billing information or anything that shows all the instances or all the resources that are actively running, so that we can delete whatever we are not using?
Yeah, so there is a billing and admin, right? So yesterday I shown you. Go to admin, you go to your username here,
Okay.
go to username, click on username, check the billing and cost management. Here you can see the billing. Whatever the bills are generating, you can see the bills here. So yeah, Ravit is asking the question. So there is a option delete on termination, right? Delete on termination. If you
Yeah.
select if you select no, what will happen? Storage will be available, server will be deleted, right? So the storage also costing. If you hold the storage, that is also costing, right? Server will be gone, but storage will be available. That is also pricing. But how the billing is generating is asking them. Where we can check the billing. Go to billing and cost management, but immediately it will not show. So once, yeah, after 10 days or 15 days, we show the bill. Immediately it will not be generated. For example, I use the storage today. After a few days, it will show you. Okay, so immediately it will not be available. Clear, right? Yeah. Any other questions? Anyone can ask me if you have any questions.
Jomalik, correct? I don't want to next three years.
Venkateswarlu, you can ask your question.
Yes, okay.
Venkateswarlu, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Sir, as we are selecting the yes option in the delete termination,
Yes.
so every day we need to create the instance.
Yeah, once complete your practice, go ahead and delete the resource. If you
Yeah,
want to
so
re-practice, you can hold
yeah.
that. You can stop that. Billing
So
will
on
be
the
stopped.
next day we need to create again.
Yeah, we need to create again. Yes, we can whenever need. Once you terminate the instance, if you want to recreate, you can recreate.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Fine. Yeah. So one more time, I'll show you how to create EC2 instance. We can create a Windows EC2 instance. Okay. So Monday, we'll discuss about how can we connect the EC2 instance. Okay. Because if I explain right away, you'll be confused. Okay. So today, yeah, today you can practice how to create a Windows instance, how to create Linux instance. Okay. I explain the Windows instance now. So this is Linux one, right? So you can select your instance, go to instance state, select your reset instance, go to instance state, click on terminate instance. Terminate means delete. Click on terminate. So click on terminate. Now the instance is deleted. So once you terminate, this log will be available 45 days. Oh, sorry, 45 minutes. So this log available here 45 minutes. After 45 minutes, this will be gone. Once you terminate, you cannot start the server. But in real-time projects, we use the backup mechanism, backups. You can recover that. So tomorrow onwards, Monday onwards, link will be completely changed. So make sure everyone clear the fee payments, okay? Registrations. So our admin, yeah, you can contact our admin. They give you information, okay? They give you drive access also, okay? Next one. So how to create Windows instance? Let's try to understand. So click on launch instance. Now I want to launch one Windows server. I'll scroll down here. Now I want to choose the Windows. Click on Windows. Scroll down here. See here. Microsoft Windows Server 2025 base and also 2025 core base, 2022 base. These are all free. See here. Free tier eligible. So 2019 base, 2016 base. Yeah, these are all free, right? So now I want to choose, but you can choose 2019. Don't use the 2022, 2025. So because we are using T2 micro, right? T2 micro, how much configuration? How much RAM? One CPU, 1 GB RAM, right? 8 GB storage. So better you can use the 2019 or 2016. So if you select 2025, performance will be a bit slower, right? Performance. So if you select T2 medium or T2 large, you can use the 2025 base. Okay. So better you can go with the 2016 base. Okay. For practice. So here it is showing T3, T2 micro, T3 micro, different servers are available. So better choose the T2 micro only, free tier eligible. Scroll down here, key pair. So same key pair you can use, whatever key pair we created here. Same key pair you can select here. Select this. Network settings. So here we need to create the new security group. So Linux security group will not work with the Windows security group. You understanding, right? So Linux security group is different, Windows security group is different. I'll show you difference here. So click on edit. Default VPC, no preference subnets. So auto and public IP enabled. So firewall here, win SZ. Something. Description also same. Now you can see your difference. This type is RDP. What is RDP? Anyone? Real time guys? Remote desktop connection. Remote desktop connection. Remote desktop. So for Linux, what we will use? SSH, secure shell. Secure shell. So here TCP port number is 3389. But Linux 22. 22, right? Yeah, RDP TCP protocol is 3389. SSH TCP protocol is 22, right? So source type anywhere. Yeah, this is the same. Next one, storage. By default, they're giving how much? 30 GB. For Linux server, 8 GB for Amazon Linux, right? Click on advanced, expand this, see here. 30 GB storage they're giving. GP2, IOPS is 100 by 3000. Delete and termination, they're giving. By default, selected yes. You want to select no, you can select, right? Now, one instance, click on launch instance. Windows Server, Windows 2016 base. So architecture, this is architecture, and the instance type T2 micro, key pair default which already created. You're using VPC default VPC firewall. So this is the security group. Now RDP 3389 anywhere, right? Storage is 30 GB, right? So click on launch instance. Now the instance is being ready. Now the instance is in running state. See here? So this instance is terminated, right? So this, if you try to start, it will not start. Once you terminate, it will not be restarted. So once you terminate the instance, you're trying to start, there is no option, right? It is higher, grayed out. It will not allow you to start the instance once you terminate. Okay. Next one, Windows Server is in running state, right? So you can try to create Linux server, Windows server, right? So you can check the configuration here, details. You can check the details here. See here. So it is a summary and the IP version 4 we are using. So this is the public IP, private IP. So we discussed about public IP, private IP, right? What is public IP? Public IP is a dynamic IP. Dynamic IP. So public IP dynamically changed whenever we start server, right? So backend in data center, so there is a DHCP server, DHCP. What is DHCP? Dynamic host configuration protocol server. So that will take back the old IP and it will give the server will give the new IP every time when we start server, right? So every cloud service having two IPs, public IP, private IP. So along with this, one more IP is there, which is elastic IP. So public IP functionality is to connect our server, we use the public IP to connect the server. Once you log into the server, always we use the private IP address. Private IP address. Okay. Yeah. So private IP. So if you trying, if I am trying to connect the server, so I cannot use private IP to connect the server. Will not be allowed. So private IP is the static IP, right? Permanent IP. That is mainly for internal communication. Private IP is for internal communication. Public IP is for to connect the server. So one more IP is there, which is elastic IP. What is elastic IP? So in place of public IP, we can attach elastic IP. Elastic IP is not free of cost, right? So we generate elastic IP, we attach to server. I'll show you that. Okay. So maybe Monday you'll see that. Okay. Clear, right, everyone? Now host name, this is the server name, and IP version 4 address, public IP, and VPC ID due to micro configuration we are using here, subnet ID, and here instance ARN information. So like this, the platform details, Windows, monitoring disabled, monitoring also we can enable. So CloudWatch, CloudTrail we have. So if you want to monitor your server, you can enable the CloudWatch. Okay. And AMI ID, our Amazon Mission ID, and AMI name, Windows Server 2016, and see here, location. This is the AMI location. You can see all the configuration like this here. You can check all the configuration. Fine. Yeah, once you complete your practice, you can delete this server. You can terminate this server. Yeah, you can ask your questions if you have any questions. Okay. So yeah, today we created Linux server, Windows server. So Monday I'll show you how to connect Linux server. How can we connect Windows server? After that, what is public IP? What is private IP? What is elastic IP? How can we generate the elastic IP from the data center? How can we attach to the server? How can we check the, we can start server. Once you stop the server, IP will not be changed, elastic IP, right? Yeah, so IPs will discuss on IP addresses and also how to connect. Connectivity is very important. So how can we connect the Linux server? How can we connect the Windows server? Okay. So you can ask your questions if you have any questions. Please, okay. Make sure everyone complete the fee payments. So Monday onwards, link will be completely changed. So, yeah, make sure everyone register today itself. Okay. So TCP is a protocol, transmission control protocol. That is protocol. So that is, yeah, some rules and governings. Those are thumb rules. Okay. We'll discuss about that again. TCP is a transmission control protocol. So without which we cannot create the server. So when we can use key pair while connecting server, we require key pair. Make sure we need to select the key pair, otherwise server will not be connected. So I'll show you on Monday. Okay. and please send the link for notes. Sure, once you register, you'll get all the links. Online class. When I click on all, cannot see any questions. Okay. Fine. Anyone having any questions? Any more questions? Anyone having any more questions? You can ask me now. Yeah. Small announcement. Monday and Tuesday, online class only. Because I'm traveling to other country today evening. Okay. So I'll come back next week, maybe Wednesday or Thursday. Okay. So only 2 days. Normally we don't take online classes, complete online classes. Okay. So both we take classroom online, but only 2 days, Monday, Tuesday, classroom guys can join online. So I'm going to Vietnam. From Vietnam, I'll connect. Okay. So make sure everyone, classroom guys, just keep in your mind, you can connect online Monday and Tuesday. Only 2 days. So mostly by Wednesday. Wednesday would be Wednesday will not have any session. Wednesday. Okay. So because I'll come back to Hyderabad. So on that day. So Monday, Tuesday, only online. So actually once in a year, I'll go to on-sites. Only 4 days, 4 5 days maximum. Okay. Yeah. So Monday, Tuesday only you can connect online classroom students. So yeah, after that I'll inform to admin. Okay, you can come down to classroom. Once I reach to Hyderabad, I'll inform to. Next week we'll have sessions, classroom sessions. Okay, just keep in your mind. So make sure everyone register today and add it to Google Classroom, so that we will get all the recordings, documents. Okay, fine. So we can wind up here. So if you have any more questions, you can reach out to our admin. So our admin is available, Pradeep Reddy. So you can, he gave a number, right? So take down this number. If you have any more questions about fee payments, if you have any details required, if you need any details required, you can reach out to our admin. So he will help you to get access. All the documents provided, all the documents will be uploaded to Google Classroom, and also recordings will be uploaded to Google Classroom. So these are the account details provided by our admin. You can take down this. Fine. Yeah. So Monday, how to connect servers? That is very, very important. So creating is simple. Connecting also very simple, right? So connecting is very important. Okay. What is the default user we use for our Windows server, for Amazon Linux server, Red Hat server, and Ubuntu server? The differences also I'll show you. So IP addresses we'll discuss. Okay. So Monday's session is I recap on Monday. This session I recap first 15 minutes. Okay, how to create EC2 instance. I recap and how to connect EC2 instance. Practical will see that. Fine. Yeah. So we can wind up here. So make sure everyone practice this. Okay, don't miss the practice. If the account is not created so far, make sure everyone create the account. Don't miss the practice. Okay, fine. Yeah. Thank you all.